Hi, hey guys. Let's go ahead and ignore the fact that the first time I actually am updating the vlog vocally is on Wednesday evening. We don't need to talk about that. Technically I did have an update Tuesday morning, but I just have a feeling, an inclination of sorts, that footage is going to be unusable because I literally was in the bed. I do have some updates. So first off, the very first book I finished in Koreadathon I read on Monday night, Bad Friends by Ancco, and this was the book I chose for reading a manhwa. Now, also however, I ordered a book to read as my translated work from Korean for Koreadathon to hit that prompt, but when that package was delivered, someone decided that they deserved it more than I did, and they stole my package. So I don't currently have a backup plan for my translated work until I realized that this is translated from Korean, and so I'm going to count this as translated and as a manhwa. And then I know that the group book Winter in Sokcho, I know that that one is an award-winning book, so I'm going to use that for the group book and for award-winning, because this was originally going to be my manhwa and then award-winning book because it has won a number of awards. I can't remember where I saw the awards it won, but it's won a few awards. So I'm just gonna adjust it so that the group book is going to be my award-winning book. Right there, yeah, that is a prompt. So I'm 2 prompts down, luckily. Bad Friends essentially follows a young girl by the name of Pearl and her friend Jonghae. Oh my god, I think that that's actually closer to how to pronounce the name. But Jonghae is what people might consider to be a bad friend. She comes from a very sad home life. She's dealing with a lot of abuse from her father, and just like a lot of abuse in general in her life. She doesn't take school all too seriously. People all assume that like she has no real future. It's just all going to be bad. Junghae has a very harsh home life. She's dealing with a lot of abuse from her father. Her mom's not really advocating for her, but she does have this friend Pearl, who Pearl is also following Junghae, and so she is being influenced in that way, in like bad ways necessarily, and like ending up in these like sketchy situations, and also isn't necessary, and like she's also not really focused on academics. And it's essentially just Pearl. The book is essentially just Pearl reflecting on her friendship with Young A, and how that friendship was, the times of friendship was great, and how close she felt with her friend, and then when their friendship ended, and how over the years with a friend that was that impactful to her stories, so close to her at such a pivotal time in her life, how she's constantly thinking about this woman and wondering where she's at and hoping that she was okay. What really drew me to these manhwas was that they were marketed as being brutally honest and just really raw in their honesty. So I was like, let's see what this is about. And I think that that was like a perfect description for the book, for Bad Friends. It was very raw and brutal, but man, was it honest. And I guess I loved it for that. I did give it a 3 stars ultimately. Just the severity of everything kind of made it hard for me at the time. And I think when I eventually reread this one, because I don't have any problems rereading graphic novels and like short books like this, I don't have problems rereading those at all. But I feel like when I do eventually reread it at some point, I might up my rating. But just right now, 3 stars felt really good because, yeah, just the gravity of the situation and all of it was just a lot and very overwhelming for me personally. And of course, like, there is so much that I had a hard time connecting to. So, yeah, but again, I'm just like amazed, honestly, at how honest it is. And like usually when people are like, this is so honest or whatever, I don't know, it was just honesty and so clear in presenting the ugly truth that I just really appreciated it, because this book, like, so many scenes in this book, so many ways teachers were talking to children, and so many ways parents were talking to their children, and you're just like, what is going on? And it just broke my heart. But that is reality for some people. Like, some people don't have support at home, and teachers aren't all that understanding all the time, and there are those people, or young girls, and specifically there are young girls specifically who end up in these situations where they really don't have very many people advocating for them. They may have like one friend, like a pearl. They might have a friend that is there for them and does want the best for them, but they're like, there's only so much another kid can do to help a kid out. And so there are people that don't have adult interventions, that have adult to intervene and say, I see something in you and I see greatness in you. And unfortunately, in those same cases, there can be adults saying that you will amount to nothing and this is what your future is going to be. And I really felt for this young girl. So, like I said, gave this one 3 stars. First book I finished. I am currently reading Permanent Record by Mary H.K. Choi. The light is really messing with the glossiness of this book, but I'm actually about to finish this. I'm probably going to finish it tonight. I'm on chapter 34, and Mary H.K. Choi has done it again. There's something about the way she writes her characters that has me so confused on why I love them, because these characters, oh my god, are they not perfect? They are messes. All of her characters are messes, but there's something in their imperfections that just really draw me to them, to where I really feel for them and I'm rooting for them, and I feel like I'm kind of like taking them on and like just wanting something good to happen to them. Like I'd be begging them to make a decision that makes sense, because that is one thing about these characters. They will make a decision and I'll be like, where is your logic? Why? Why would you do that? And even in those moments, I'm like, okay, fine, we'll get over this. You've made that terrible decision. Let's just, hopefully it works out. And of course it doesn't, but then just like seeing how they navigate life just really speaks to me. And there's always these messages that I read that'll just really speak to me in the moment. I love, 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 love Mary H.K. Choi as an author. I think she's definitely one of my favorites, because honestly, the voodoo, it feels like voodoo the way I love these characters, because I literally, like, someone can ask, like, what do you love about this character? And I'll be like, he means well. Pablo means well, okay? And he's not harming anybody but himself. And so he's like, he's trying. Is he trying, or who knows? Like, it's just and then the commentary on mental health that continues on throughout her novels. I really love it, and just the advocacy she has towards mental health in her works. Absolutely adore and love. The families in her books. The Pablo's relationship with his father and his mother just really, really speaks to me. For a lot of books, you ultimately know, for the main character specifically, you know what makes the main character likable. But I think what makes Mary H.K. Choi's main characters likable is that they're real, that they're so flawed. Like, you look at the character on paper and you're like, they make horrible decisions, their life is a mess, and they are contributing to that mess every second they open their mouth. Literally, like, what is wrong with you? But then there's also these moments where you step back and you're like, well, they're also in their late, like they're 19 or they're 20, and they're just starting these different times, and like they're all going through very serious traumatic things in their lives, whether that be life changes and transitions or whatever it may be. But, like, I'm not perfect. And I feel like for the grand scheme of most people in, like, the world, when you look at them, maybe you don't necessarily know what draws you to them. Maybe they don't have this great thing that makes them special. Maybe just them being them and having their imperfections is enough for them to be enough. Maybe it's good enough to be a main character that doesn't have their stuff together and has so many deeply ingrained flaws within their personality, but still manages to live and is still trying to navigate the world. Like, their stories aren't over. They have so much more life to live. Mary K. Choi's books are YA, so I feel like there's a lot in adult media from when you're panicking about life. But what about kids? Like, the reality of the situation is, like, young readers, like, young people freak out about life. All different transitions of life, I freaked out about them and, like, had whatever hurdles I've had to go over. And it would have been nice to just see that other people were going through it too and that other people weren't perfect. And yeah, I don't know. I just really appreciate characters like this. So, I guess literally I'm on chapter 34. There's 39 chapters. That's probably just going to be my review of the book. I will however pop back in and give you guys my official rating whenever I do. But that's how I'm feeling about this book. It's Friday night, and I don't know if I checked in with you all yesterday. I don't know if I'm gonna use that footage or what, because honestly, it was just me being so excited that I baked, I made something, because I don't cook. And I out of all the life prompts, out of all the breeding prompts, all the prompts of Koreadathon, I was very nervous about this cooking one because I don't cook at all. I cook. I cook very rarely though. That is the benefit of living at home. My mom likes to cook. She cooks a lot. It is great. It feels like I never have to learn. But for Koreadathon, I needed to cook something. I ended up making a rolled omelet. It was so yummy. I'm so proud of myself. And the woman that taught me the recipe for it was so fun. I love her channel, so I subscribed to her. Got my supporting a Korean artist prompt or whatever, however that's worded. I got that prompt out of the way as well. Also, I'm taking off my makeup. That's why we're in the position that we're currently in. But today, on Friday, I haven't done much for Koreadathon. I mean, I've just been watching Our Beloved Summer, or Our Beloved Summer. Okay, now that I've said that, please let me know. Do you guys say beloved or do you say beloved? Because I feel like there are certain times that I'll say beloved, and then there's certain times that I have to say beloved, and I feel like my instinct is to say beloved. Like Toni Morrison's book, it's called Beloved, right? It's not called Beloved, it's called Beloved. So I feel like my instinct is to always say beloved, even when I know grammatically that's not correct. Let me know if you guys do that or which one you prefer. But I came on here just to say hello. Just because I don't know if I'm going to use the time I updated the vlog yesterday, because the angle for that clip was very off. Now granted, it's so dark in my room currently as I'm filming this, so who knows if this clip will go up. But like out of this clip and that clip, one of them has to be better. So there's that. Like I said, I did the cooking prompt. I have supported a Korean author, or not author, I'm sorry. I mean, I supported many Korean authors in the books that I have. But I have supported a Korean artist, or however that prompt goes. I cooked. I am obsessed with the K drama at the moment, as I always am. The second I can get into a K drama, best believe I'm about to be obsessed with it. Literally so cute. 10 out of 10. Recommend. Please. Oh, it's so cute. It's an amazing second chance summer love story. What? It's a second chance romance love story that is so beautiful and sweet, and I'm so in love. The next one I'll be watching is The Business Proposal, some on Netflix. Something about that what is it called? Trailer, I guess, is really speaking to me. So that's probably going to happen. So yeah, I did all the life prompts, I guess. Woo-woo, shout out to me. Since I thought today was the final day for some reason, again, I literally cannot explain to you why I thought that was true. I had kind of let it be with myself that like I wasn't gonna finish every prompt, and I'm still probably not, but I can at least get 2 more done. And I think for the rest of the night I'm going to read the group book, which is Winter in Sokcho. Like I said, I'm going to read Winter in Sokcho. I think it's like 134 pages is what it said, which is like one sitting for me. So I think I'm going to just do that. Now if I don't end up reading it tonight, totally fine. I'm being kind to myself right now. I'll just read it tomorrow. It says 38 minutes left in the book. I'm going to read this tonight. I will check in with you all later. But yeah, that's the update for now. I cooked. I did all the life prompts. And then now I'm going to read the group book. Welcome to the end of the vlog, the final day of Koreadathon. Man, did I have a blast. So, I believe that I haven't given you all my thoughts on Winter in Sokcho yet, so I will go ahead and do that. I don't know why I grabbed this as though it means anything. But, so I did actually end up reading Winter in Sokcho, and it wasn't what I expected, and there's definitely more I wanted from it, but ultimately I think the book did what it said it was going to do. It was a story about a Korean woman working in an inn who becomes a guide to a Parisian comic book artist, and she becomes his guide to show him the authentic Sokcho experience, and trying to show him like the authentic Korea. And he had no desire to know what the authentic Korea was or what the authentic experience in Sokcho was. And yeah, that's exactly what the book said it was going to be about, and that is what it was what it was about. I don't know. I think that I didn't like the relationship between the main character and the man and the comic book artist. And I didn't like how the main character treated her significant other in the book. I felt like that was handled really poorly and was honestly a frustration with me in the book at the time. But I really enjoyed her moments with her mother, not necessarily saying that they were good moments or like healthy moments in a relationship, but I appreciated seeing their dynamic, and it created an understanding with me and the main character. Like, when it came to her dynamics with her mom and when it came to her relationship with her mom, I started to understand why the main character was the way she was. Ultimately, with Sokcho being such a small town bordering between South and North Korea, and this comic book artist coming to the inn and then her becoming his guide to show him the authentic experience in Sokcho, he was a catalyst to all the feelings she had already been feeling. She had already felt trapped in Sokcho due to her relationship with her mother and wanting to be there for her mother. For her, her mother was the parent that was there. She is the main character is part Parisian and part Korean, but her father wasn't in her life. Her mother was there. Her mother was the one that made the sacrifices, and therefore she feels like she has to be there for her mom. She feels trapped by her relationship with her mom and therefore trapped in Sokcho. And the way their dynamics end up working out, it just seemed those were the moments that really impacted my heart and really made me feel for the main character in the story. And I felt like I understood ultimately the moral of the story or the messaging around the story more so when I saw her interacting with her mother. And I don't know, every time it was just the fact that like literally every time we got in contact with, like, we saw contact with the Parisian artist, that every time we saw him and had to interact with him, I was annoyed. Like, he annoyed me. And I guess I probably, going into it, should have known he would have annoyed me, because literally it says, like, in the synopsis, although we know I do not read synopses, but it says right there in plain black print that this man does not want to actually experience an authentic, like, he doesn't actually care to get the authentic experience of living in Korea or living in Sokcho. He doesn't actually care, and he's disinterested in normal life in Sokcho. It says that in some way or form in the synopsis, and yet, and so I should have known that he was going to be a character that annoys me, because it, like, I cannot explain to you how much I cannot stand it when a Westerner, period, but like when a white person comes into another country or another town even, or another culture, and it like says that they want to know the authentic experience, says they want to know what it's like to live there, and then when it's not what you perceive the culture to be like, or when it's not what you expected, or it doesn't hold up to your westernized ideals or expectations, you then try to change it, or you then try to create your own narrative. That annoys the crap out of me. And so I should have known that I would be frustrated by this man, but I don't know, I just like grazed over it because the book is so stunning, and I ultimately just wanted to know, I wanted to know more about like this little town that bordered between South and North Korea. And since it is a novella, it is so small, I feel like there was mentions of how dangerous this town bordering North and South Korea can be. I just wish I would have seen that tension more, or not seen it necessarily, but discussed it more. Like, I don't know, the main character had mentioned it in her frustration with the other guy, like it was mentioned, but I don't know. I feel like I think ultimately I just feel like he got he didn't get enough of a like repercussions for his actions. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I could not stand that character so much, and I don't think that I think that was on purpose, but it still was just like, I hate every scene that he's in because he's in it. And when she was like idealizing his perspective or idealizing his life because he does travel the world, because he isn't stuck in just one place, when she is idealizing that, I was annoyed. I was just like, girl, can we go ahead and see the reality of the situation and just like how annoying this man is? And he, like, the grass is always greener on the other side, right? And especially for someone who dreams of more than what their life is, she idealizes this man because he is a representation of the world outside of this town, of the world. If only she could explore the world like she wants to, if only she wasn't bound to Sokcho due to her mother, then she would be able to travel around. She would be able to explore Paris or other European countries. She would be able to have all the experiences and all the things that this man symbolizes. And so all of that and what she perceived him to represent resulted in rose-colored glasses for a good minute. For it to be a novella, I felt like it moved slowly to where the resolution that I wanted happened, but I couldn't even really enjoy it because we had like 10 more pages to go in the book. And it was like, well, I had all these pages of being frustrated and annoyed of this man, and ultimately he didn't even get, I needed more. I needed him to feel more remorse for his actions. I needed him to be punished more for the way he was behaving, because like literally there's nothing I cannot stand more than a white person coming into another culture claiming they want to see the authentic experience, and literally that is the opposite of what you want. You want these people to be caricatures of what you expect their lives to be. That's not authentic. That is your own perception. Those are your prejudices and stereotypes showing themselves. Stop it. Alright, so that is my Koreadathon experience. First book that I finished was Bad Friends by Ancco. This counts towards the reading a manhwa prompt as well as reading a book translated from Korean. And I gave Bad Friends 3 stars as well, I believe. I might be wrong. It was a 3 or 4 stars. Was it a 3.5? Darn, I can't remember. But I did really enjoy this story. And then next I read Permanent Record by Mary H.K. Choi. I gave this one 4 stars. I did really enjoy it. This was the last Mary H.K. Choi book that is already published that I read, that I needed to read. I'm so happy I got to read it for Koreadathon. I cannot wait for her to publish another book, because man oh man, does she make me fall in love with these imperfect characters. Yes. And next I read Winter in Sokcho by Elisa, Shua, Dusapin, I believe. And that counted towards reading the group book and reading an award-winning book. And I ultimately gave it 3 stars. I had a great Koreadathon. I enjoyed it so much. When it comes to life prompts, I completed all the life prompts. I watched a K-drama and fell in love with a K-drama. Our Beloved Summer. I love it so much. You need to watch it. It is the cutest thing ever. If you just need a serotonin boost and you love love, watch this K-drama. Like, just the amount that I was like giggling and oh my god, when things were happening, my face, well, you all saw my face. So, just talk about a serotonin boost. Just much needed for me. And then also making a Korean dish. I made a rolled omelet. I really enjoyed it. That was fun. I can't wait to test out creating more Korean dishes. And the final life prompt was to support a Korean creator. I subscribed to the channel that taught me how to make the rolled omelet, because she is the sweetest, most, like, her personality is just so sweet and welcoming and bright. Definitely subscribe to her because she posts other videos on how to create other Korean dishes that I definitely want to test out. And then also I had realized at the end of the week that I watch videos from the channel here on YouTube called OSSC, and I watch their videos all the time. They're like those videos that are like Koreans react to Meg Thee Stallion, Cardi B, or other things that are like westernized. And I watch their videos all the time and laugh at them all the time, but I wasn't subscribed to them. And I don't know how I remembered this at the end of the week, because it's not like I had seen one of their videos and it just reminded me. But the second I remembered that, I like found the channel again and subscribed to them, because yeah, they have definitely brought me a lot of joy over like years, and I have just like forgotten to press the subscribe button because it's been like sporadic videos throughout. But yeah, those are the creators I have supported. So yeah, all life prompts have been accomplished. I had such a great time with Koreadathon. I thank Monica Kim and Chloe from Books with Chloe for hosting this readathon. I had a blast personally, and just like, again, personally, it being the first readathon and the first thing I really got to participate in since my grandmother passed away, it was just nice to be a part of something, or to be a part of an event of sorts, and to have something I got to look forward to each day. Since I did have the week off from work, it was nice to have something that was like scheduled when it came to the live shows, or just being like reading the group book with other people. It just felt really nice, and so I really appreciated it on that account. I'm very proud of myself for actually finding the energy and the ability within myself to actually get up and cook. So that was great. And yeah, I guess that's all for today, folks. So, I did want to say, during the filming of this video, I did reach 250 subscribers. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You guys are the kindest and greatest subscribers ever. I love interacting with you all down below. And so thank you so much for 250. I can't wait to grow this community and this channel further with you all. Alright, with that being said, if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed my face, my voice, my actionness, go ahead and press that like button down below, and press the subscribe button and bell notification if you like to be notified when I upload. If you would like to stay connected with me, as I would like to stay connected with you all, you of course can follow all my social media links linked down below. If you would like to support this channel further, I of course will have my Ko-fi and Amazon wish list linked down below as well. And if you would like to comment anything down below, you can comment the snowflake emoji for winter, or if you would like to leave an actual comment, what is your favorite book by a Korean author? I would love to know. I know I need to catch up. I know from the live shows alone, I know I need to catch up and read some of June Hur's backlog. I need to read both of the books that XCO has published. And I believe that those were the only two authors I hadn't read anything from. Oh my god. And I've been meaning to read If I Had Your Face for forever. So literally, we'll be reading that as soon as possible. So yes, Francis Cha, If I Had Your Face, absolutely needs to happen. And with that being said, I believe that is everything. Although I am probably forgetting something, because I always forget something. But, bye guys. Thank you.